All right, take two. All right, everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of the Talaria Sting R unboxing and first ride review. So looking at my odometer, if I stop bouncing around, you can see that I'm actually at 28 miles. This isn't quite a first ride, and I'll be honest, it wasn't my intention to do that, but my GoPro dumped all the footage. So this is the Talaria Sting R. It is an electric dirt bike. This is part 2 of my unboxing and first ride review. In the last video, I unboxed this bad boy, showed you how it came from the manufacturer, and assembled it. And now today we're going to take a quick look at it, see how it rides, and talk about it. So to give you a quick basis, the Talaria Sting R is about $4,500 US. I purchased this one from Luna Cycles, based in California. It shipped via FedEx Freight, got here in just a couple of days. Really easy process so far. Pretty easy assembly. And now here we have it. What's it all about? Well, let's just go ahead and hop on and we'll talk about it. So as I get this thing all kicked on here, this is an electric dirt bike. It is not a necessarily road legal vehicle. We're going to start in eco mode just for all you watching at home. And it's kind of expensive for an electric for a dirt bike, but it's cheap for an electric vehicle. And overall, I think this is a pretty ridiculously amazing value for the money, and we'll get into that. So first thing first, some specs. It's about, I actually looked up, I think it's like a little less than 10 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but being an electric vehicle, it's got torque for days. I think in sport mode, which we are now, I think it'll do a wheelie from a standstill. Let's do a quick check. Yes, it does. Wheelie from a standstill. And that kind of gives you all you need to know about this thing. Is it is 150 pounds, it'll do 70 miles, and it can wheelie from a standstill. This thing is an absolute little monster. This is, I'm pretty sure, going to be the hooligan machine that everyone already knows from like this. If you're coming from like a Sur-Ron, this will be very familiar. If you're coming from dirt bikes, I'm sure this is familiar as well. But for me, coming from street bikes, and I mean, my daily motorcycle is a 700-pound cruiser or so, this could not be more different, but also couldn't be more exciting for me. I mean, this thing is just completely turning motorcycling on its head. So a little bit more about this thing. I mean, these are manufactured in China, but that shouldn't really give you much pause, because I mean, getting this thing out of the box, it's in pretty darn good shape, and I mean, this thing just absolutely rips. I mean, it's, if you're looking for like the short version of the review, if you have the cash and you can justify it, buy one. It's awesome. You will not be upset that you made that purchase. So first thing you should know, incredibly nimble. Just see me leaning this thing over, it falls right over. It's got pretty good long travel suspension. It's pretty bouncy. I would definitely trust it in an off-road situation. There's not a lot of mountain bike or, you know, dirt bike trails near me, but we'll see if we can make do. But yeah, this thing is ooh, this is a dead end. I thought this was something else. I'm a little bit lost, I'll be honest with you. Some things to know about this vehicle, it's technically not road legal, and to be honest, I don't think many people are going to give you too much crap for this thing. I mean, it's electric, it's relatively quiet, it's not going to bother anybody. And honestly, the fact that it's electric and quiet is, for me, one of the biggest upsides of having this kind of hooligan machine, is that it's just not going to bother people. You know, they kind of see and they give you a second look because it's a weird thing, but they really give too much of a, they don't really care too much that you're blasting around in this thing, as long as you're not, you know, being a complete nuisance. But I mean, this thing is pretty awesome. So let's go over some more basic specs. So in eco mode, this thing tops out around 30 miles per hour, although from the factory it only do 25. So I'm sure anyone who's buying this knows about the brown wire. Cut the brown wire. This thing will do about 50, maybe 55, depending on what you ate for lunch. The max I've seen it at was maybe 55 miles an hour. And I had a tiny bit of a downgrade, so I would just keep that in mind that your results may vary. But so eco mode, a little bit under 30. Sport mode, you get the full McCoy. This thing will, it'll take you as fast as you realistically would want to go on something this lightweight. And that's pretty much the short version. Other than eco mode, you get about 70 miles range. Sport mode, full tilt, maybe closer to 20, 30 or so. But once again, it really depends on how you're using it. And for me, I plan to use it on pretty much mixed media between, you know, on-road and off-road. So, you know, in neighborhoods around town, and then also areas like this where it's a bit more off-roady. We'll see if we can find some cool trails to get into. Actually, switch it over to sport. But yeah, so this vehicle also comes available with road tires if you so prefer. I could definitely see the usage case for that. Although personally, I, being an on-road mostly rider, I'm actually interested in trying some off-roading for a change, doing something different, getting into some trails like this, getting a bit squirrely. And that's what I see this usage case. Ooh, trees down. We'll get ourselves turned around here. Hang on a second. I'm not the most capable off-road rider yet, but we're working on it. But yeah, so it comes available with off-road or on-road tires, dealer's choice. At least from motorcycles it does. And I could definitely see the usage case for those road wheels. This thing could be a bit of a weapon in and around town. But for me, I think the off-road tires, I think you'd be selling yourself short by not getting them. This thing is pretty darn capable off-road, obviously by design. It's got a pretty good degree of suspension travel. I'll look at the exact suspension travel lengths and I'll put them on screen. But I mean, it's pretty good. The suspension gives you a pretty comfortable ride. Obviously, I'm sitting in a position, but I'm sure that this is a bit wide there, designed for a standing riding position. But honestly, I am extremely pleased with my purchase, having only put about 25 miles on this thing. But I can see that that's going to go up pretty dramatically in this summer. Especially as, you know, it gets warmer and the evenings get a little nicer. I'll be definitely taking this out after dark when I can get away with a little bit more tomfoolery without bothering anybody. Like I said, I think the biggest benefit of this is being quiet, and I'll be able to get away with riding places that maybe I wouldn't be if I had a super loud dirt bike. You know, I think a lot of people in the burbs hate that two-stroke, but quiet little chain whir, and people don't seem to give it too much of a mind. But I mean, I know there's less. Ooh, beautiful deer. Hello. Wow, that's lovely. But I'm curious to see what upgrades will come available for this in the next few weeks and months. I know it doesn't quite have the same upgrade availability as Surons and things like that, but I think as Talaria increases in popularity, we'll start to see quite a bit more available for it. I know the big thing is, you know, bigger battery, bigger controller, bigger sprockets, so you can get those higher end speeds. But for now, honestly, 55 or whatever I said earlier, plenty of speed for me. Oh boy, let's get out of here. It's a bit thick. What does that say? Does that say no motor vehicles? It does. But I don't think anyone's going to stop me, so let's just give it a little whirl, shall we? And areas like this, I think, are the area, you know, this is the type of thing that really sells me on the Talaria, because, and honestly, similar things. I don't think you could have gone wrong with a Suron or something similar, but it's, you know, this kind of stealthy hooligan machine, you know, this kind of on-road, off-road, who really knows where it's supposed to go sort of bike. I mean, this is just, I mean, for 4,500 bucks, I know it's not as fast as, you know, your 300cc sport bikes, since you can get them for around that price, or as capable off-road as a dirt bike, But honestly, I think it's just pretty good value for money. I mean, I would have a hard time saying what would honestly be a better choice. I mean, this thing is just an absolute blast. I was actually over here earlier when I was trying to do the first video of this, and hopefully I wasn't bothering too many people, because I want to get a little rowdy with this thing, you know? I want to try some jumps or something. A little divot there. Whoa, there we go. Bouncy. But I mean, you know, if you're just taking it easy, I mean, this thing is just, it's really stealthy. People don't seem to mind. I know I've said this already, but people really don't seem to care too much when this thing is somewhere where it probably shouldn't be. I kind of want to go over there. Let's chance it. Who's gonna catch me, right? Yeah, no one's gonna catch me, it'll be fine. What an amazing little trail system, huh? I'm pretty sure this is not what they intended for it to be my own private little racetrack, but what they don't know won't hurt them. Ooh. Whoa! And that's exactly why you got to be careful with this thing. It's very easy, I've realized already in my 31 miles, it's very easy to become overconfident in this thing. And I mean, this thing has enough power to get you into a world of trouble if you're not too careful. I think this will loop us back. So the other thing is, I am still not used to off-road riding at all, so I'm still learning. So this is not the most technically proficient off-road racing you've ever seen, but we're gonna pretend that it'll be good enough for us, right? You won't tell anybody? Sweet. But some things to know going in if you're gonna buy one of these. Legality of these is somewhat questionable. Obviously, I'm not even sure if what I'm doing right now is totally legal, but to be honest, I think if you're interested in one of these things, and if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you are, maybe that's not something you care about too much. You know, just don't be a jerk, don't bother anybody, and I'm sure people won't give you too hard of a time about it. Boing. But yeah, I mean, this thing, it's super sweet. I think if you buy one, I can't imagine you'll have too much to complain about. I mean, some small things, ergonomically thinking, it's a little bit tight, but like I said, it's not even a full-size dirt bike. So for perspective, I'm about 5'8", and my legs they're pretty bent. I mean, I'd say like, nah. I'm trying to compare it to my old 600 CBR. It's relatively similar knee position, although obviously it's much less wide, so it's pretty tight on the which actually I think gives you good, because it gives you good knee grip on the frame of the bike here. The bars could be a bit wider, but I don't think it's a real problem. I think that's kind of just user preference more than anything else. I'm used to big old beach bars on my VTX 1300. But I think whatever you want will suit you just fine. I think that's an easy enough modification. Also, I want to be able to turn off the headlight, because being an electric vehicle, we are pretty darn beholden to battery life. And I would rather not waste it on a headlight that I certainly don't need during the middle of the day. But all things considered, it's a great vehicle. I'll find somewhere to pull over so we can wrap this video up. But yeah, I mean, this thing is awesome. I don't think you can go wrong with it. I think it's a good value for money, and I'm excited to see where the community of like electric dirt bikes goes, because you know, with the I mean, I think electric motors and dirt bikes is just an awesome application, especially since you don't really like need like the super duper long range of, you know, like people think electric cars need. I think I'm still at 92%. I've been ripping on this thing pretty good. And, you know, I think you don't need the range. And what you can make up for that is having a ton of torque in this pretty small platform. It's just awesome. It really is. So I'm really excited to see where, dead end, where these things go in the next couple years. But, oh, Mr. Policeman, please don't give me too much trouble. But yeah, I just think, I mean, I just got into these. I know they've been out for a while, but I'm excited about it. I think if you give one a shot, I think you'll be pretty excited about it too. So, you know, I guess we're just not going to stop. I guess we're just going to keep going for now. But and also for some closing thoughts as we kind of just peruse this neighborhood here and try to get away from some bad weather. If you have the means, I think you should just buy it. This thing is amazing, and I think you'd have a hard time going wrong with something like this. I mean, it's such a nimble, versatile little vehicle. I mean, the fact that I feel just as much at place on the grass as I do on the pavement says a lot about it. I mean, yeah, but it's nimble, it's versatile, the suspension feels good, the throttle response is awesome. The range is a little limited, sure, but to be honest, I don't really think people who buy this are planning to do long road trips on it. I don't think it's going to be a real issue. But yeah, it's pretty sweet, and if you have the means, you should absolutely buy one. So let's find somewhere to pull over. Is there a good... Where the hell am I? That'll work. So anyways, it's been fun. I gotta get away from this weather. It looks like it's gonna start downpouring on me any second here, but yeah, it's been great. I hope this has been informative for you and as maybe fun for you as it was fun for me. And until next time, I'll be here. You be good, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.